Alright everyone, welcome to the Zemana Anti-Malware removal test. So we have our highly infected virtual machine here, and we're going to go ahead and run Zemana Anti-Malware and see how well it can actually clean up the system. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and run the installation. As you can see, we have Zemana here, and you can see it's showing up as unknown. That's because the malware probably has interfered with the file a little bit, but we'll see if it can actually get around that. That'll be real interesting. Alright, so we have the installation here for Zemana. I'm going to click next. Gone through this before. I'm just going through it again so we can see if it can actually install on this infected virtual machine. That's usually half the battle, and as you can see, it got virtual machine is installed on it, and you could see it actually connected to the cloud. So we're good to go. That's pretty good to see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start a scan with Zemana, and we're going to go ahead and do a deep scan of the system due to the fact that the system is so infected. Well, quite frankly, if you were ever in this situation, you are going to do a full system scan. You're not just going to do a smart scan. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a deep system scan, and then when this is finished, I'll be back and we will see how many objects are actually found. And you can already see Zemana is actually going hard at work finding all these different objects. So once this is all complete, guys, I will be back. Alright everyone, so the scan has finished and dangerous objects detected on our system. Oh crap. So, well, actually that's a good thing. 453 objects have been detected. It's quite a bit of malware. So obviously we have the usual viruses, worms, Trojans, more viruses, more Trojans, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and let it do the recommended action. I believe if you do click on it, you can apply to all and then select the individual action, whether it be quarantine, delete, or exclude. But we're, like I said, going to leave it as default. So let's go ahead and basically remove the malware. So we're going to click on next here, and then it says warning, you must close, all browsers must be closed. Well, I don't have any browsers open, but I'm betting if we look in Task Manager here, we will see that iExplorer is open, if we can get Task Manager open, which looks like we can. Do we see iExplorer? I'm probably missing it. So let's sort by alphabetical here. Let's go calc.exe. Yeah, that's probably our actual calculator there. Where is it? Where is it? I know it's open down here somewhere. There it is, iExplorer. Kind of tired tonight, guys, so pardon me if I'm a little slower at this stuff. But anyway, so yeah, there is iExplorer.exe. Even though it's not open, it actually is. Okay, we're just going to respond to that, and it's going to go ahead and now create a restore point, which you kind of wonder why it's going to create a restore point, because if you were to restore that point back, well, the malware would be back. So not necessarily a good thing. It's kind of the point of quarantine, I guess, but I don't know. I guess maybe they're just trying to play it safe in a sense of if it removes something that is a false positive, that you can then revert it back to the state of which it was working. So it looks like the cleanup process here is going relatively quick, which is nice to see. The scan didn't really take all that long. I'd have to say it was about average for a system that has pretty much an average amount of files on it due to the abundance of malware. I'd say the scan was about average, I'd have to say. So just waiting on this stuff to remove. I suppose nothing really to see here. Once it is done removing the malware from the system, it most likely will prompt me to reboot. If it prompts me to reboot, I will go ahead and reboot, of course, to finish cleaning up the system. After it is done rebooting, if it requires a reboot, oh cool, you can actually see it's definitely working and removing a lot of that malware. As you can see, it disappearing right before your eyes. So that is really nice to see. It's really doing a number on it. Wow. That is really cool. I was not expecting Zemana to remove that much in the way of malware. And we haven't even rebooted yet, so that's probably gonna a lot more of that malware probably will disappear. So, all right, that's gonna be it for. Oh wait, hold on. Oh wow, it even restored my wallpaper. That's cool. Okay, so it looks like it terminated explorer.exe. Most likely trying to repair it. All right, so it's prompting me now to reboot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow through with what it's recommending, and we're going to go ahead and reboot the system. So everyone, once the system has rebooted, I will be back and we will do a scan with what is it? Hitman Pro and Norton Power Racer. I might do another scan with Zemana. We will see. It might just be a smart scan, but I'll think about it a little bit and see whether we're going to do that. I've kind of been toying with the idea of possibly doing 2 scans just to make sure that we've got all the malware, or at least as much malware as possible. So I might go ahead. I think actually I'm going to do that. I'm going to do another smart scan with Zemana, just kind of give it a little secondary sweep of the system, see if I can find anything. Once that's complete though, guys, I will be back and we will take a look at the results and see what it found. So I'll be back, guys. Alright everyone, so the scan has finished a second time and it appears that it found 67 additional objects here. I find it quite interesting actually that the Zemana setup file is now considered a piece of malware, and that's most likely caused by this piece of malware right here, which actually is infecting multiple and pretty much every executable it can find on your system. And as you can see right down here, it's basically doing that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to quarantine all of these. But most likely what's going to happen is they're going to end up returning on the system. At least some of them are going to return, because it's most likely not finding the parent threat or able to remove that. So it's just going to constantly keep reinfecting files in the system. But as you can see, it definitely removed more malware. And the other cool thing is, before we get to this right here, you see all these down here. These are all removed pieces of malware, and same thing on the desktop. You click on these and they're dead. So, and essentially you can just go ahead and we can just unpin these from the taskbar like so and get rid of them because they are no longer alive on the system. That one right here, I believe, is still active. Let's see what happens. Oh, nope. That one is done. That used to be Chrome. The Chrome installation is broken, so we'll go ahead and remove that. And then we have our Internet Explorer shortcut with the appended internet address, or URL, I should say. So it looks as if it's completed the removal process here. So we'll go ahead and close that out. Let's see here. We have the looks like the client server runtime subsystem is having issues starting. So that's most likely caused by malware that infected the original process, and Zemana went ahead and removed that infected process, and now basically it is not able to start properly. So if we were to download something like Combo Fix, that would most likely end up repairing the issue. But it's not super serious at this point. However, the CSRSS process is essential to the operating system. It's a very essential process. So a lot of people think there's malware. No, it's actually a legitimate Windows process, and a very critical one that is, which is why malware typically targets it. So what are we going to do now? We're going to end up doing a scan with Hitman Pro, and we'll go ahead and click OK on that. Okay, so it looks like that's missing from the system. Okay. I don't know why this popped up. I don't know why Explorer popped up here. Anyways, we're going to try doing Hitman Pro Scan, but looks like that's not a valid application. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to re-download Hitman Pro, and we're going to go ahead and do a scan with Hitman Pro, and Norton Power Racer. Sorry guys, I'm pretty tired. But we're going to do scan with both Hitman Pro, Norton Power Racer, and we're going to see what they find left over on the system. And I mean, there's still some malware left in here, but for the most part, it really is cleaned up. So yep, we're gonna go ahead and do that, and when that is finished, I'll be back with the results. So see you in a bit. Alright, so it's been a couple days since I did the scan with Zemana, but I was really tired, guys, so I decided to kind of go to bed early and just pause the virtual machine. Anyways, here is the final results with Hitman Pro. And while this seems like it'd be really bad, because you can see there's quite a bit of Trojans and some malware on here, these really aren't that critical. At least they really aren't in that critical of areas on the system. As you can see, they're all within the temp folder. So by just deleting the temp files or running clean or something like that, we could easily remove majority of this malware. And keep in mind also, this system had over 500 infections on it, and now we're down to about 17. That is outstanding. That is really good. That's something to be proud of right there. We minimize that and take a look at Norton Power Eraser. They detected only 3 objects in the system. They say there's a process here that is bad. And if we take a look at Process Explorer here, right there it is running. So we do still have one piece of malware running in the background. But that's it, guys. One piece of malware left running in the background. That is fantastic, to say the least. So I think Zemana did an outstanding job at removing this, cleaning up this system, to say the least. Over here, I mean, it looks like there's still a lot of stuff left, but realistically, these are all broken shortcuts, and we can just delete all of these, and it'll be all cleaned up. So we'll just go ahead, select all of the broken shortcuts. That doesn't work anymore either. Delete those. That's broken too. Delete that, and delete that. Go ahead. Boom. That's it. So that is outstanding to see that right there. So alright, with that said, bottom line for Zemana Anti-Malware, I would definitely recommend this program, and in fact I think I'm going to start using this program to clean up the systems, and maybe even add it to my list of programs that I use to go ahead and do my tests with and use as a control, just because it did so well with this test in a sense of removing the malware. So would I recommend Zemana? Yes, I would recommend Zemana. It's a great little program. The one thing I do kind of question about it is why it runs in the background. If it is not going to have a real-time scanning module, what is the reasoning by running it in the background and starting it when the system starts? Now I know by default they have you run a system scan when the system starts, which I think is a little excessive. And in my configuration video, you saw that I did change that, and I think that that is pretty excessive to do a scan every single time you start your computer. But that's the only reason I can think that they would have it run in the background. So that's going to be it, guys, for this review. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like the video, subscribe for more content. I'm going to try to get more content out, but work has been really busy lately, and I'm still trying to learn all the stuff that needs to be learned, and kind of stressful. So, but overall, I enjoy it. So, like I said, hopefully to get more content out, but no promises. So, keep watching, guys. Keep tuned to the channel. And until then, talk to you guys later.